Oh yeah, I forgot I don't get any reception here in this basement.
Yeah, that's probably a good thing.
Yeah. So how's it going, man?
Fuck, man, I don't know,
I heard they might keep New York locked down even further.
dude. I stopped watching the news last week. I'm
Yeah.
down. I'm done with the news. I'm out. I just
Why?
can't deal with it anymore.
But is it true? Is that what you heard too? Because that's kind of what I heard.
I'm just waiting for like we have meetings almost every other day,
Mm-hmm.
and whenever they say go back to work, that's when like to the office. That's when I'll figure things are better.
Yeah.
And that's it. Like other than that, it's just
Dude,
same old same.
I'm getting ready to perform over here in Texas.
Hopefully, let's not jinx it.
Hopefully.
Hopefully, it's supposed to be Thursday, which is when this comes out, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it went from 2 shows a night to
They pulled it down to just one show a night.
yeah.
You know, usually like Fridays and Saturdays there's two shows, the early show and the late show. They just gave us a text. When was it? Yesterday?
Today,
Today. Oh yeah, this morning, right?
this morning, because it's 25% occupancy,
Mm-hmm.
so they want to make
What's the
sure
room? How
Yeah.
big?
440. But it's
Still a
25.
good size amount of people.
Yeah.
But that
But you gotta
includes
spread 'em out,
cooking.
right?
And the what?
You have to spread them out.
They're gonna not only spread them out, they're gonna use butcher paper on the table. Not joking, butcher paper on the tables.
Wait.
Dude,
Oh
it's like-
yeah, because the guy that
It's
we
like how
talked.
Hasidics have sex, right?
The what?
Like Hasidic Jews have sex, right? They cut a little hole. Maybe that's some bad.
Really?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Is that
no,
true?
I've Ari Shafir was talking about that. Yeah, yeah.
Oh
That they
yeah.
cut a hole and threw the magic underwear. Then
That's something we probably shouldn't say on the internet.
Why
I don't know if
not?
That's true.
well, in San Antonio, they just made it. First they told me it was a hate crime. It is not a hate crime, but it is considered hate speech, and they passed a resolution saying that if you say
Yeah.
Chinese virus, then that is considered hate speech. Like
First
And
of
you-
all,
and you just
I want to
hate
know
speech within
something.
the first
like,
2
who
minutes?
the fuck are they to decide what is and what isn't? Like,
But
who
it's-
put like I understand there are council members, but who put them in charge of the English language?
Yeah, because he sent me the fucking the link to the article. Was it you that sent me that shit? Right?
Yeah.
It doesn't surprise me that that's. I mean, things are getting pretty stupid, and I don't know. People like
Well,
power,
as,
dude.
As long as, but they didn't. They said that we basically we condemn this. Not we are gonna press charges. You're gonna go to jail. You will be fined. If they said that, that's something different. But if they saying we condemn this because apparently there was a few times where people who were Asian got beat up here in San Antonio. So that's why
Yeah,
they
but
were
that's gonna happen anyway.
trying
It's
to
fucking
curb.
San Antonio, right?
Well, no, San
Like,
Antonio
aren't people
and
just
Chinese
beating the
people
shit out of
really.
people all the time?
Mexicans are pretty violent people, man. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
And you just see somebody with like slightly chino eyes,
Jeez.
you're just gonna fucking go to town, man. And sure enough, wait, I've
You know
never
what,
heard
dude?
this. That's one thing I keep hearing is like there's rampant racism for Asians now. It's like when I've never seen or heard anything like
Well,
that.
how many Asian people do you know?
None.
There you go. You're part of the problem.
Exactly.
You are part of the problem.
Damn, dude, did I just catch myself?
See, you know what it started with? It started with Harvard saying they can't all come in. That's how the
Oh
racism
yeah,
started.
yeah. How are we? Have to be policed for racism when Harvard's the one not letting Asian people, do Asian shit.
No, they have a
Fucking
quota.
study.
Like, no, we got 10. That's it. No more.
Wasn't
Yeah,
wasn't it
that's
becoming
crazy.
a larger? I can be totally wrong on this, but a larger percentage of people from China than Americans starting to go to Harvard, or is that completely like that was the track that it was going?
No, that's
on?
what they were. The Asian Americans were suing Harvard, saying that their missions is saying like they had quotas on how many Asian Americans they would let in, or
Okay.
Asians they would let in.
Okay.
Yeah,
Damn.
and they sued, and I don't know what happened, but
Well, at least they're responsible with their racism. You know what I mean? I mean, like on paper, if you're a robot, that makes sense. But if you have human emotions and feelings, you're like, that's racist as shit.
Yeah.
but the thing is, dude, like school, like sports, is based on merit, right? Like you would never say there's too many black guys in the NBA.
That's
No.
true.
Actually, I think there should be only black guys in the NBA. Only
Well,
black
it's
guys and,
almost there.
and European
It's-
basketball players. And Manu
Every once in a
Ginobili.
while, a Canadian gets in there.
Yeah, but
No.
they're not good, right?
Yeah, they're great.
Every once in a while, Drake throws a basketball up there?
Drake, the singer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Drake, he's Canadian. He's like roots for Toronto
Well, I
all
was
the
thinking
time.
about Steve Nash. You know what I mean? Like
Oh,
the
Steve
white-
Nash
weird
was
white
Canadian?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
and he won 2 MVPs. Was it
No,
back to
back
back?
to back.
Yeah, back to
I
back.
think he did it back to back.
How many championships did he win, though?
Was he with in San Antonio?
No,
No, he's
he was
with
Phoenix
dude.
Suns
Phoenix.
with
All right.
Stoudemire, and then I forgot after that. I don't know. Dallas. I want to say Dallas. Dirk. Nash and Dirk. They never won one together
yeah.
though.
No, see,
No.
that's why, because it's a selfish player, man. They don't play. They just, MVP, but what did you do for the rest of the team?
What, Nash, a selfish player?
Yeah.
No, what are you talking about?
Never won a championship, but
No.
won MVPs.
You know what I always noticed? He always laid on his back, and I was on the sideline because he had a bad back, right? So you go lay on the side, right? And I was just like, man, I wish I could have done that. I had a bad back in high school, but then I never played, so I would have just been laying at the end of the bench the entire time, just
You need a Steve Nash to, like trail trailblaze the laying on the back on the side. You know, like someone professional has to do it first.
Well, no,
Or
he-
you, like
He did do it first because this is I
Yeah.
was in high school. 02,
Well, they do it now?
03. I mean, I have no idea. I don't. What I would do was the coach, because I knew a lot about basketball. He would come to the end of the bench, and where I was seated, I was 12th man varsity, and I'm right. 32 minutes, 20 points the entire season.
There you go.
I remember all of that. Very proud of it. Never passed the ball. Anyway, so I do threes on fast breaks. I would sit at the end of the bench, and he'd bring. He had flower seeds the entire game, and he'd come to the bench. We talk and be like, "This guy's doing this, and this guy's doing that." And he's like, "All right." He'd go and he switch players out, and I never played.
He would listen to you?
Yeah, because I knew all the plays, and I'd watch the other team. I'm watching the other team, and I'm like, that guy can't go to his left. Just force him left, and he's not gonna be able to score. And so he'd go and he'd be like,
Damn,
"Oh."
why didn't you, Cap, you never even thought of like, wait a minute, maybe even if I'm not physically gifted for this, why don't I,
do coaching?
yeah, or something like that.
Because I hurt my back, and then I couldn't watch. I didn't want
you
to play.
could coach on your back, like Steve Nash.
No.
Coach on a stretcher?
Come here, guys.
Just wheel you in. All right, bring it around, guys.
Listen, I'm gonna do a diagram. All right,
They have to take the dry eraser
look
board
up.
and do
Look
it
up.
sideways.
like
Take
this.
a knee and look up.
Take a knee and look up.
All right, guys, huddle around. Go over me. Go over me. All right.
You know?
Damn, dude, you missed opportunities, man. You could have been a great basketball coach, probably.
Nah, because then I
You
gotta
wanted
go
to
work.
play,
Yeah, I
so
loved
you're
it.
selfish. You were like,
Very
fuck the
much
team
so.
if I can't be the.
Yes, in my head at the beginning of the season, everybody was sad because we were like 5-5 or something like that, and I was like, "Fuck that, I'm 4-0." They're like, "What do you mean you're 4-0?" I was like, "Every game I played in, we've won.
Oh no.
I'm 4-0." And they're like, "You understand? If we all don't win," I'm like, "Fuck that, I don't give a shit." And the coach,
stat. I don't think they record that stat.
no, they
Every
don't.
time this guy.
In fact, I doubt all my stats are, and none of it's recorded. That I even played. Like that guy, I think just stole a jersey. That's what.
Oh my
But
god.
my coach, to be a dick at the end, there was best defensive player. At the end, they give trophies.
Yeah.
So best defensive player, and they gave it best overall player, best scorer, and then they gave me the best attitude award. At the
What?
end. Yeah. It goes, Josh for having
man, if they had
the
the
best.
opposite of that, I would have won.
I was like, best attitude. I was the guy who'd go at 6:00 in the morning and shoot baskets and shit like that. But
Shit.
I suck so bad. The hard work allowed me to get to varsity, but then God was like, I didn't give you a fast twitch muscle at all. And everybody's like, you look like you're playing in slow motion. I'm just like, no, that's
Oh yeah, you were telling me about that the
Yeah.
other day. That when you ran, you seemed like you seem almost awkward.
well, it wasn't awkward. Everybody thought I wasn't trying. I don't know if are you athletic? Are you?
Best attitude. He looked like he wasn't trying, but his attitude is killer.
Yeah, everybody's just like run harder, and I'm like, I'm on full blast. But like you hear, like it'd be like hearing a car going, "Yee," but then you'd see it pass like that. It's just like,
Did you
Wait a
eat
minute.
right before the game?
no,
Is that
I'm
what
just.
It was? You had like
I
a
swear,
full belly or something.
I have no fast twitch muscles in my legs apparently, and I could shoot, and I had the right form.
You think
But it
Steve
was-
Kerr has fast twitch muscles in his legs?
Yeah,
No, but
Steve Kerr
no.
just shoots.
And he's wider than White, man.
Okay, I wasn't
He's also 6'1", 6'2".
That's true.
Yeah.
He's also a giant.
but he's still
Yeah.
way more athletic. Even if you get to the NBA, you have to be somewhat athletic. You know what I mean? You can't.
Yeah.
He's still really athletic.
Yeah, you could probably
Think about all the college players who never went to the NBA. You know what I mean?
Dude,
they were
I
really
went
good.
True, right?
D3 college, and the guys on the basketball team were athletic.
Yes.
You know, they were
Yeah.
fucking mostly from the Bronx, but very athletic.
But you played football, right, in high school?
Yeah.
Did you play
That
anything
was
else
fun.
in
I played
college?
basketball, but I hated it. I hated basketball. It was fun freshman year, and after that, it became less and less fun.
Yeah, I tried playing basketball one time just to like humor my friends, and I don't know, I just didn't I didn't like it because I wasn't good at it. Like I didn't feel good at it, and I felt like awkward and weird. I probably was like just as bad as you, only I never even took the time to develop some kind of
I don't like how you point like just as bad as you. Didn't I just say I went to varsity?
Did you also not say that people
On
thought
your
you weren't
attitude.
trying when you ran?
I also said that, but also I was because it was a border town in South Texas, so I was the tallest guard on the team.
Oh, nice.
I'm 6 foot flat, and like the average guard was like 5'8" on our team. Our center was
Did you have
6.
to play other like big? Did you have to go far to play another team?
No,
Or was you just like,
there's a bunch of towns there in the valley, so we're all 5A, so we play that, and everybody was the really good players were all short, really fast Mexicans who could hit threes from like 5 foot behind the 3-point line.
Damn.
Yeah.
Think of all those great Mexican players that never had a
Well,
chance.
and then the ones that were
yeah, I
like,
can just
man,
imagine the scouts just skipping that whole league.
Yeah,
You know?
pretty much.
we don't want anybody down. Well, yeah, because even the center is just like, yeah, we got a center. How tall is he? 6'5". That's right. He's 6'5". I was like, that's
It's little.
yeah, but that was our center. It's like that guy's big.
Dude, when I was in high school, Tim Thomas, he was in Jersey. He was Jersey City, and he was going to Villanova the next year. And I saw him at a movie theater. He was like 6'4" as a senior in high school, and he only played 1 year in Villanova and then went to the NBA. He was huge.
Fuck.
I saw
And he
Kawhi
He
Leonard.
played forward or guard or some shit. He wasn't a center.
Yeah.
Damn.
I saw Kawhi Leonard. He didn't look that tall. He looked like 6'5", but his arms and hands when he walked, I was just like, holy shit, you can
Like
tell.
lanky?
Yeah, he's because like going this way, he's apparently 7'1", and so if you're like 6'6", but then 7'1" this way, that's not.
Yeah, it's basically just like a circle of limbs that
Yeah.
can just stop you.
Because if you
Once
notice,
again, we're back to talking about big men. This is great.
No, I know, right?
oh, is that a reoccurring thing on y'all's?
When I'm around Raul, he's always talking about him.
He wants to
yeah,
be.
but that's a sexual thing. It has nothing to do with athleticism. That's just me concentrating on that juicy dick.
Gee,
Oh,
why did I have to have
that's
That's
headphones
not
for
the
that?
verb I want to. That's not the adjective I want to hear before dick.
What, juicy? Hey, sometimes it's juicy, bro. You
Well,
just got to get used to that.
Oh,
Be a man. Be a man and picture that juicy dick.
can you stop saying it? Can you stop saying it?
Oh, well.
it's the worst adjective before dick. It's got to be the grossest one.
Moist.
Juicy?
Yeah,
Moist?
because
Moist.
you're used to hearing huge, like a huge dick. Yeah, I get it.
Throbbing?
Yeah, if you're reading
Vascular.
a romance novel. Yeah.
Yeah.
Welted.
Oblong, maybe. I don't know.
Obtuse.
Warty?
Warty cock. See, but if you put cock on it, I think it's, what about juicy cock? That still sounds bad?
Yes. And the more you say it in my headphones, the grosser it gets.
I can hear
It's
it
like-
too,
it's
man.
I
like-
know.
It's like the new moist.
I'm just. Oh, well. Look, my point is, listen,
Would you?
I like to. Huh?
Go ahead.
I like to talk about big men because big men have juicy dicks.
Jeez, man.
There you go.
Actually,
That's the name of the podcast, everybody. Juicy dick.
Am I not right, Chavi? Chavi agrees, but he's also disgusting.
Yo, so how is life getting back to normal down there, or is it just like more of the same?
It's kind of sort of half-ass normal because you could see more people out now, but in cars.
I mean, I haven't been out that much. I just see more people arguing on Facebook. Like, you see, that's why we shouldn't go out. As soon as we went out, the coronavirus went up 2,000 people. I'm like, in a day? And they're like, yeah. And I'm like, they tested them that fast? That was a 24-hour turnaround. Wow. I
Oh
didn't,
yeah,
you
yeah.
know what
I
I
see what
mean?
you're
And then
saying.
people switch it. And they're like, no, see, we're spiking, and that's why we shouldn't be going
See,
out.
man,
And
I don't know. I don't know if the media knows how dumb most people are, or they do know and they just take advantage of it. You know what I mean? Because you just throw that headline out there and people think like, yeah, 2,000 new people today. Like,
Yeah.
you know,
Well,
with no critical thought about what that number means.
where are
or
these
how
numbers
they came
coming
with the
from?
number.
I've noticed that when they talk about like people that get infected, they almost talk about them like they're done, like they died already.
Well, in Texas, it just surpassed people who have gotten over COVID, the COVID virus, versus people who
Who are
are
getting
getting it.
infected?
You're getting infected.
Oh, so there's more recovered
There's
people.
more recovered people. Yeah,
That makes sense.
And
It means a bunch of motherfuckers got it.
and it was something like 60 or 70% of deaths that they were finding were coming from. It's sad, but from old folks' homes.
Oh yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah.
That's what I heard that
In certain places, not everywhere.
the Abbott was talking something about like there was like three major
Prisons.
prisons, old folks homes,
Yep.
and something else I forgot. But yeah, it's apparently, and that's the reason why supposedly Texas is opening up, because they're like, as long as we keep this shit under control and we got people monitoring these fucking places, we should be
Yeah.
good.
Well, and apparently they're going to be doing like at the club, to scan your head if you have a fever. So
Oh yeah.
I hope they do it like that, not like
But that's
the
not that
thermometer.
that's not a test to see if you have it. That's just saying you have a fever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know. And what if you just have? What if you just have a?
I
a
think,
flu?
but I
You know
think
what I
that's just like it's like the illusion of safety. you know?
Yeah, very much so.
It's like it makes people
Yeah,
feel
but you know what,
comfortable. It's like,
dude?
woo.
Because they also offer
I
masks.
agree with that. I agree with the illusion of safety shit, but they're holding on to that like it's I think everybody, like the government, is holding on to that illusion like it's the truth. You know what I mean? Like no,
Mhm.
that's real. Like this is what we really like. There's no like questioning their tactics. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't. Well,
That
I don't
bothers
think. Well, there's some people who do know exactly what's going on, but it's hard to look at the other aspect of it. It's like, all right, this is the virus. I see it. I'm a scientist. I know exactly what's going on. This is what we got to do to protect us from the virus.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, it's just like, you know the virus, but do you know the economy? Do you know how many people will die from starvation? Because
Mhm.
you're gonna have supply chains that are fucked up. So third world
Yeah.
countries, you're gonna have tens of millions of people that could starve
Death
to
of
death.
despair.
So more people die from starvation. So I understand a point where a lot of scientists are coming from. They're like, it's real, it can kill you, it has a high. But at the same time, it's like, but you got to also weigh it out with like supply chains and how many people can die from this compared to
Yeah.
this. So it's kind of, is it plain deaths? Is it or weighing deaths? Or you know what? Those are third world. We're more worried about just us. Fuck everybody else. 100 million people in third world countries die. But you know what? We shut down for 2 years and I don't know why I keep doing this. And people were,
You're cupping
Think about
balls.
that
yeah,
doozy
or
pie.
son of a, that's what it was. I was about to say it. I was like, all right, America, I guess we'll shut down for 2 years.
Would you if the coronavirus could be extinct by you personally sucking cock?
Mm-hmm.
Would you do it? Would you save American lives?
Do I get a big
I
stimulus
would
check?
have to know whose life am I saving. You know what I mean? If I'm saving Dick Cheney's life, nah, I'm not doing it.
No,
not-
everybody.
I'm not sucking dick for dick.
Dude, I mean, like everybody, the whole world is cured of COVID because you sucked a dick.
No, you got to put in COVID. You got to put in AIDS. You got to put in heart disease, diabetes. You got to put them all in. I'm not sucking
just
dick.
trying
Yeah,
to
but that's a
lowball
problem
them.
right there. Then you got too many people living on the earth.
The what?
People gotta die. You know, like we can only sustain someone's
There's-
life.
Right, but there's still war. I mean, we can just, you know.
I'd rather have people die of cancer.
I was
than
about to say,
fucking-
Pat would
fucking
rather people die than
war.
suck a dick. He's like, I'm not saving the world, bro. Get that shit away
Well,
from
actually,
me.
you are saving the world because you just said you're afraid the world get overpopulated. So because
Yeah.
you're a hero, you're gonna let all those people still die and
Yeah.
not suck a dick.
I heard we're not really overpopulated. That's kind of an exaggeration.
Elon Musk was saying that we're gonna run into in 2030 or 2040 like underpopulated. I forgot how he said it. I'm not smart.
Do you how much of a grain of salt do you take when he says something? You
Elon
Or
Musk?
you take it like
See,
yeah.
I think there's two teams right now. There's Bill Gates' team and there's Elon Musk team, right?
Uh-huh.
Out of the billionaires that you see in the news constantly.
Hmm.
And
What does that mean, though?
like, okay, so you got one, like you got Elon Musk saying, give us back our freedoms. Give
Mhm.
you know what I mean? This is stupid. And you have Bill Gates saying, hey, we need a vaccine. We need to vaccinate everybody. It's going to be till 2021. Get the World Health Organization in on this more. And he like funds it. He's the main person who funds it. So you have these two opposing things or two opposing billionaires that are
Oh,
going
I
from two
see,
different
yeah.
Yeah,
ideologies.
but no one talks shit. No one talks about like Illuminati shit with Elon Musk. You know what I mean? No one's like, Elon Musk is up to some dirty shit. You know,
Yeah.
people talk shit about Bill Gates.
I think it's because his family. What was Elon Musk? His mom is like a model or something like that.
Is that right?
Yeah, she's like a. She used
mom's
to be
a
a
model?
model. Yeah, yeah. And
He did
I think
not
she was.
get her looks.
I think she was. Actually, no, they kind of look alike. They kind of look alike.
He's got a pretty squared giant head, right?
Yeah. You know what's? I don't know if Bill Gates, if that's like, because he's always had a lot of hair, right? Bill Gates. I always remember Bill Gates
I
with
think
hair.
so. A goofy hair, yeah.
Yeah, but it looks like a mop. Like maybe he could be
Yeah,
a wig. Elon Musk was like bald, and now he has like a full set of hair.
He was bald?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
that
was-
could be stress though. You can lose your hair because of your stress.
not like
And
this.
definitely-
This was straight up like he's losing his hair.
I've seen it. My dad lost his hair before he got married.
Uh
Like a lot of it.
Oh,
huh.
shit.
He's that stressed
Yeah.
out, damn.
Yeah, now they're divorced. So,
Oh,
you
okay.
know.
So he got it all
and
back.
and it grew back?
Yeah.
Wow.
No, that's-
Oh, but yeah, I
You're
mean,
fucking around.
I only
Is that true?
noticed it from when I saw baby pictures. Like my dad had like a comb over when
Oh,
I
shit.
was a baby.
Well, no, you can lose patches because of stress, but this wasn't patches. This was like I got the horseshoe all the way around, and it's yeah.
Huh.
But people, other than their hair, yeah, you got Elon Musk saying like, "We need freedom. This is all bullshit. It can kill you, but it's not that deadly." And you got Bill Gates saying like, "Hey, we all stay inside till 2022," as he stays in his $1 billion bunker. Just
I know,
I
right?
don't know, man.
Sanitizing
I think I know we got like a man president, and like the last election was like a debate on like, do we want a man or a woman? But I feel like we live in a mommy culture. You know what I mean? Like it's like mommies. You know how your mom overreacts on everything. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? Like everything's
Oh,
when you're
yeah.
a kid, everything's like super dangerous. I think that's how like our culture is. Like even with Canada, like they had a shooting up there, right, with an assault rifle. They never had one before, and now they're banned. You know what I mean? Like, but that was bound to happen, right? On a long enough timeline, there's gonna be one idiot who fucking went crazy with an assault rifle, and now that's,
Yeah.
it's like mommy's like, no more toys. Nope, you don't get this anymore. You know what I mean? It's no rational thought. It's just
well,
that's it, I
you can
decided.
play off of outrage. So never let a what's
yeah,
it?
crisis.
Crisis go to waste. So
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
because it kind of feels like the liberals are more like mom and the conservatives are more like dad. Not that either
Yeah.
well,
one of them
I
is
wouldn't even, I
correct.
wouldn't say liberal because I when I think liberal, it sounds like you're coming from a good place. Like you don't want hate speech. You don't want people to because of because of sexuality or because of race be shitted on, right? So you're a good person. That's what.
Right. Well,
But then there's
that's-
this other thing of now you can't say that. And if you do say that, then you're a bad person. And now, you know what I mean? You need to be punished. That's totalitarian.
That's mommy. That's mommy. Like mommy says, we don't say those words.
That's a strict mom.
You know what I mean? Like that's something
Yeah.
your mom would say to you. Like we don't say those things.
But I'm saying like
You know
it
what I
just
mean? Like-
because it's the mom doesn't necessarily mean that it equates to bad or the
No,
lesser.
no,
you
I wouldn't
know?
say it's bad either. No,
I don't
I
know.
mean good intentions pave the road to hell.
I don't know about mom, but I would say soft. But I think now, because of this, doesn't matter who you are, if you're super rich or poor, super poor, coronavirus somehow, you went through some shit.
Did you see did you
know
guys
what I
see
mean?
the thing? There was a fucking stupid was giving a briefing, Trump,
Yeah. And he walked off.
and yeah, because that lady was like, hey, how come you're always talking about like how great we're doing and how much better we're doing in other countries. What does that matter? And I forgot what his response was, but he kind of ended it with like, I don't know, why don't you ask China?
Yeah.
And then, but here's the thing though, the lady lady
Asian.
pulls down her mask and goes, well, why are you saying that I should go ask them? And I don't know if Trump was like, oops, like, I didn't know you were Asian.
Well, I think her mask was already down, and then she pulled it back up, and then she like stood up and was just
Yeah,
like,
because you were saying like you're saying I'm gonna go talk to the Chinese because I'm Chinese or because I'm Asian.
that's the way.
That's a leap. That's such a leap. He could have said that
Yeah,
to
yeah.
anybody.
Well,
yeah,
You know
because
what
it
I
could have been a
mean?
guy that asked that, and that was a prepared answer anyway. You know, he was gonna say that to
It was
anybody.
a quick, smart aleck answer.
Yeah,
That's all.
yeah, that's what it is. A quick, smart aleck answer.
You did see though when he did say that, she went, "Oh," like, and then she stood. She's like, "Why would you say that to me?" Like, you know what I mean? They have to get those, because I was listening for a while, and I didn't agree with some of the stuff he said. I was like, "Holy shit, what the fuck?" But go ahead. What were you gonna say?
well, because it's almost like when a heckler feeds you a line that you already got something for it, and you almost kind of like. Because
Tosh.
you're like
Yeah.
it's so
When Tosh
it's
said
it's almost like
Reagan's
it's
funny.
the ball's moving so slowly across. You can hardly believe that somebody lobbed such an easy one.
Yeah.
And I think that's why when he said the China thing, like
Yeah.
it was like, I can't believe he lobbed me one that I can play a race card
Yeah.
right now.
Exactly. Well, just
That's
how
why she kind of jumped up.
a few.
He should have just said, "Because you're a reporter." How about that? You know? That would
Yeah.
have been the good answer.
Well, I see where they kind of bait him, right?
Yeah.
Because they got to get that good little like blurb, and it was just like, remember this one where he said that he says what the governors do, the governors don't. But I saw the way he said it. I knew what he meant, but he said it wrong. I was just like, "Ooh, you said that. That was not
Very
the right way."
stupidly.
Yeah, he just
Are you
threw it
ready-
out there.
Are you ready for like the election day when he wins again, and all those people just really lose their fucking shit, like even more?
Dude.
No.
Well, this is the fear I have, because right now he's like, I have the power to do martial law, but I'm not going to use it. Well, of course you're not, because you have to run for re-election.
Yeah.
But when he runs for re-election, let's say he wins, who's to say he gives up that power? You know what I mean? Right now, he's running the most powerful country. He's running the Federal Reserve. He's pretty much the head of the Federal Reserve. He can tell the Federal Reserve, print money, give it to these people. And he,
Oh, that's
Well,
true.
then you know what? That's like poetic justice, because the Congress has been giving the president so much power after years and years, and now it's blowing up in their face. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They surrendered all this power to the president.
Yeah, like
And
we
now
don't
they
even
got a
declare
weirdo
war
in
on
there.
countries anymore. We just go fuck them up.
hey, go drone
Yeah.
that person.
We never declared war on Panama. We never declared war on Grenada. You know what I mean? We
Yeah.
never declared war on Korea.
Yeah.
We just said the president's like, you know what? Fuck it, I'm
No.
going.
We just liberated the fuck out of Iraq and Afghanistan.
Jeez.
You don't want us
Yeah.
to go liberate you, motherfucker.
Yo, our liberation comes in hard and heavy like juicy cock.
Armed to the teeth.
Well, now he's trying to charge
Look
them.
at Juicy Cock. He's trying to what?
He's trying to charge, like South Korea. He said, be like, all right, we'll stay there, you know. But,
Oh, yeah.
We need some money. Give us some money.
Yo,
Yeah,
I
that is
heard an
weird.
interesting some investor who like invests around the world say something like North Korea will always be like a dictatorship and it'll never open up to trade because the
China.
U.S. military just loves having like 50,000 troops that close to China and Russia.
Yeah.
That's what, you know what I mean? It's not just the idea that we can
It's not
contend
just for
against North
because we're
Korea.
such good people that we want to defend
But
South
also,
Korea.
China will
Yeah.
never let North Korea do that, because then
No, but they could open up their borders. I mean, not necessarily like unification, you know what
Yeah.
I mean? But like more free trade and things like that. You know,
Yeah.
opening it up. Like China opened up. Nixon opened up China.
well, what if China is more like, we do a lot of heinous shit in North Korea, so let's keep that a secret. You know what I mean? We got bases there that if we get caught doing this shit, it's like, nah, it was North Korea that was doing it the whole time.
I
yeah,
heard
but the Chinese blatantly do crazy shit anyway. They locked up all the Uyghurs and said, "Yeah, we're doing that."
that's what I was gonna say. They've been locking up Uyghurs. That's fucked up, man.
Don't
why-
say that too fast.
Chinese
man.
people hate Uyghurs. What happened? This hasn't been recording the whole time.
And it's not my fault.
No. Tell me, you had one
I mean,
job.
I got the audio.
What? Oh, I know,
I
right?
got my audio. It's been
Yeah, well, I mean, we got audio too. I mean, we'll
Alright.
just throw a fucking throw a
Like
graphic.
pic, like a thumbnail of juicy
You're
cock.
sliding all the way down. Oh, because the TV. I thought that's how you were. Yeah. Yeah, you have all this wasted space, man. Why don't you put something?
Dude. What the fuck do you want from me,
I'm
man?
just kidding, man.
You're gonna make him sit up. So you got it now. It's just one red button.
Don't get comfortable, motherfucker.
Hey.
Sit up straight.
Oh, he
My
has a
fat
body.
girlfriend are getting close.
Yeah, dude. Fucking China just got in a little skirmish with some Indian soldiers.
Oh, I didn't hear about this.
Yeah, some Indian
Oh,
soldiers,
yeah,
some Chinese
They
soldiers.
fight in the fucking mountains.
They
Like,
what?
their borders in the fucking
Oh, yeah.
Himalayan mountains.
Yeah.
And they do patrols up there.
Yeah, and they got into a little scuffle. What did they say? Like 7 Chinese and 4 Indian soldiers were injured. I don't know if they got in like a fist fight or they actually started like slinging.
Shooting.
I don't think they slung lead. I think they actually just got in a altercation.
Imagine, put down your guns. Get over.
Just having like a little fucking boxing match over
Yeah.
there.
Doing
That's what we
UFC.
should do. We should have like champions now, but like let's say our champion fights the Chinese champion, but it's with political implications. Meaning, like if our dude beats your guy,
Didn't they do that in like Troy? That movie Troy.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. We need to bring that shit back, man.
Achilles!
Yeah, Boagrius.
Yeah, but
Where's our
I feel
Boagrius?
like we've talked about this. And I feel like as men, it's like, no, you're gonna have to fucking kill me, bro. I'm not gonna play by that game. You know what I mean? Like, oh yeah, my guy lost, but no, I'm not agreeing. You know what I mean? The only way you hold somebody accountable is like if you really like kick their teeth in.
Like you
with
mean like
war,
go into their
you know?
house and then
You don't, but you don't have to now. Now it's all a mental game where it's just like, I want you to think you're free, but we sold you this enslavement, and we had one form of it now where people are like, man, I gotta work in this little cubicle. A lot of people are like that, and now it's like, fuck, I miss my cubicle, and people are gonna go work for Amazon and warehouses now.
yeah, dude. I mean, it's kind of easy to control people now that we're offering them like where we are at all times and
Yeah.
all this shit and what we like.
Well, they're doing the tracking thing that we talked about last time.
They can fucking hear you, dude. That's
Yeah.
the craziest
Well,
part.
also, you put podcasts out, so
Yeah.
they know
Yeah.
exactly what you're
But
saying. and
it's
thinking.
funny, like they're always listening to my shit, but they don't listen to my fucking podcast.
If all of NSA would just listen to my podcast, that's
I would have
50,000
so
downloads.
many, yeah, I would have so many fucking subscribers.
Hey, yo, Raul, put out another podcast.
It's like, but no, they just
Do
want to
you think,
listen to
like,
what
the
kind of underwear I
You
like.
think the FBI's got like, or maybe in the NSA's got like one guy for every podcast in America, just keeping an ear out, just in case.
I think we all feed the artificial intelligence, and if certain words pop up that's watching us, then they'll investigate. Or, you get too popular, too big of a voice that is in opposition, or they're like, you know what? We don't like this guy's views. Then they'll go and check that shit out. But they do definitely keep everything on all the voicemails, text messages, podcast, everything. You know what I mean?
That's
They just
crazy.
keep
You
it
know what's
all-
interesting? Like, because you're talking about like suppressing shit. Like, when Elon was on fucking Rogan's podcast, that thing got 10 million views,
in 2
and
days.
it never trended in YouTube's top trending videos.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
How do you get 10 million views in 3 days and not be in the top 10 trendings?
Well, YouTube has been taking off a lot of videos. There was one. You know who David Icke is, right?
Mm-mm.
Never heard of David Icke? Okay, so David Icke is this conspiracy theorist. He's used to work for the
Nice.
BBC. He was a sports commentator. He quit that, and then he started saying, "Listen, there's these people. They're reptilians.
Oh, the reptilian dude.
Yeah, and that the moon is hollow, and that's how they control, humanity and
The
all this.
OG flat Earth dude.
Yeah, I don't know if he believes in flat Earth, but
No, but he's like that kind. Like he
I was
goes
about to
that
say, it might
nuts.
as well, man.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
sounds that fucking out there.
Well, yeah. So
Yeah.
so they interviewed him, and he talked about, we'll say, he talked about 7X. You know what I'm talking about, though? It starts with a 5, ends with a capital. So I won't say that because they will take your whole
What?
podcast out.
7X.
Yeah.
Cerveza.
The way?
I like to call it cerveza.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I
there
know.
you go. So, yeah. For
Cerveza.
for,
Stupid.
Yeah.
for communications, right?
Mhm.
So he talked about that and said that it was all. This is why it's causing sickness and it's going to kill us all.
That's
da, da,
pretty
da,
stupid.
And that's why YouTube took it down. It had like like 1 million views in like 24 hours.
In YouTube's defense, people are so goddamn stupid that.
But is that YouTube's problem?
People were burning towers, 5G towers in London.
But that gets back to the whole mommy thing. Like, there's stupid people, so like none of you guys get to have it. You know what I mean? Just because there's always gonna be X amount of the population that are fucking stupid. You're never gonna breed that out. You're always gonna have dumbasses. Does that mean the rest of us can't listen? Because they're also saying we don't have the right to hear what he has to say.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
I guess that's
They're
where
deciding,
it kind of gets
they're deciding
fishy.
for us.
I think the argument is it a utility or is it a private company? Because, or not a company though, because like, for example, you have a company and somebody says something that you don't agree with, do you have the right to take them off? You know what I mean?
I would flip that argument into this is like what are the boundaries of free speech in America? Do they end at a corporation, or are they throughout America? I mean, are there non-free speech zones in America?
Yes, they're called safe.
doesn't make any
They're called safe. What is it called? Safe space.
Yeah, well, that's a problem.
Yeah. Well, it goes where the line blurs is hate speech, because hate speech to me, to you, or to you could be completely different.
Hate speech protected but in the court. The Supreme Court protected hate speech. The only thing you can't do is incite violence.
Well, listen, I'm for a one-world government, and I think we should all just bow down and go to our concentration camp as soon as possible. And the concentration camp is your home. No.
What's the
Of anything, man. Oh, I went to the river. I lost my glasses in the fucking river. That's how open Texas is. I went to the fucking river the other day. Last Monday, actually.
Did you see that kid get pushed into the fucking lake or some shit? Some like forest ranger, some Texas like park ranger get like when they.
Oh yeah, he was telling them, "Hey, you got a social distance," and then they just
someone just pushed.
They pushed the ranger.
Yeah.
The park ranger in the water. Damn.
Yeah.
Was he strapped?
Up the dock. I thought it was great.
I have no idea. I heard that like wild animals are starting to take over parks. You know what I mean? Like national parks.
Oh,
yeah. Like they're like, well, people aren't here. I guess we can go ahead and take a shit
going
on this
back
bench.
out to those parks, and all of a sudden this fucking cougar just comes out.
I never went, so I'll be good.
Just fucks you up.
Have you seen any like businesses go out a bit? Have you seen things go out of business? Like, we're done. Like, yeah, they didn't open up soon enough or anything like that.
No, but
that's the second wave that I'm really waiting for, is the social unrest brought on by all this the economy going to shit.
Like
you know
restaurants, you mean? Like mom and pop restaurants that were already struggling?
Or just anything that had to close, you know? That had bad margins, you know? Like, they had to pay. They were basically living hand to mouth, month to month.
This is going to affect the small businesses more than anybody, because most people already live paycheck to paycheck. Most small businesses live month to month, so they haven't gotten their PPP loans or their EIDL loans, so a lot of them are screwed. They were barely holding on, and now they're like, oh, well, I'm done. So you're going to see a bunch of restaurants, bars close. It's going to be...
Bars. There's some bars that are like just barely making like $1 profit every month.
Yeah.
You know? They're just basically just surviving. Probably the first 2 weeks probably killed them right away.
But
Dude, they try to sell beer around here from restaurants, but it's like bar prices, and I'm like, why would you can't drink it there? It's only
because
to go. Like, why wouldn't I just go to the corner store
and just get one from there? Yeah, that's fucking stupid.
To support that place, that you know.
And I bet you there's people that stupid that'll go like, well, I want to support it.
I love Eddie's. I want to support Eddie's.
But even like they sold like you can't drink and hang out in front of the bar, right? You can drink it to go.
Yeah.
Right? So you get one beer to go. How many of those that means you need, like, to sell 20 beers, you need at least 10 to 20 people, right?
Yeah. But you can't have
and
that.
how many of those people are going to that one bar? And is that enough to keep a business open?
No.
Like $40?
So
the rent in New York is ridiculous.
Even when they start letting people gather in small numbers, that's still not going to be enough for, like you said, for bars. If you're only getting 10 people in there at a time, it's like you're basically just wasting money by turning the lights on and the air.
Yeah.
And you're not even making
any
any
I
profit.
woke up in a fucking Catholic high school. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like, you're
There's
too
rules.
close.
Yeah.
Leave room for
so many
Jesus.
rules.
Yeah.
Is that?
Leave room for Jesus.
Yeah.
But it's leave room for Corona.
Yeah.
There's too much Corona between you two. Move it over.
Was it 6 inches for Jesus and 6 feet for Corona?
Jesus was 9 inches, but
Oh,
Oh,
he
damn.
had that juicy.
Was you think he was packing?
I mean, he's God's son. Why not?
That's true, right? And I heard, that would be like a good number because I would imagine you wouldn't want it to be too big, where
Yeah.
it's like
How tall do you think? How
discomforting.
tall do you think he was?
He was tall for his time, but 5'6".
I was about to say
5'8"?
5'6",
Yeah.
5'6",
Yeah, like,
5'8", maybe.
yeah.
He
But
was,
but
he was
then
enormous,
Yeah.
5'8".
yeah, because everybody looked at Lincoln at 6'4", and they're like, "Look at this giant!" And then he wore the hat just to be an extra dick. Like
Right.
I'm 7
That
foot.
was kind of like a how do you, what's the word I'm looking for when you try to psychologically like emasculate somebody?
Yeah.
It's like you use it to your advantage. Is that how simple people were back then? How the fuck did they vote for people? Like, how did people in the 1850s
Vote.
in Virginia vote for a presidential candidate? Like, what do they just? How do they know who's who?
First, you
probably
got to
just
be
wrote
white.
the name down.
It's true. And a man.
And a man. White man.
Property owner
I think he had to own property. Did you have to own
Yeah.
property? Own
for a
property.
while.
And
So even if you were a white male but you didn't own property, you couldn't vote.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's fucking hilarious.
Yeah. I don't know if I'm not too sure on history. I didn't. Yeah.
Wait, did you just make that up? Or is
I
that
could
true?
have, but he agreed with me.
No, he definitely had to own property at one point to vote.
That could have been 1760 though. We don't
Dude,
know.
there were a lot of like for a long time there were indentured servants. You know, people who just came over here and had to work for somebody for like 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
before they
Irish would
have,
do
like
that.
a chance to live here.
Oh yeah. Because that was like they would pay your passage over here, right? Like to get
Dude,
on the
not
boat.
only this is how fucked up because I read that book. This is how fucked up it was. So they treat them like shit, right? And then they let them go, but then they give them land as a buffer between them and the Native Americans because they figure, well, the Native Americans get rowdy, they'll fuck with those pieces of shit.
Yeah.
They were
Oh,
our
shit.
servants for the last 10 years.
And that's how you got rednecks.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, that's
Yeah.
crazy. That's how you get people in Louisiana with mullets.
You know what? I remember that. I saw that on Adam Ruins Everything. That's what I saw that on.
What?
That you have to own property and
Oh,
all that
yeah,
other
yeah.
shit. I saw it, and then I was just like,
What was
I
he
forgot
trying
the rest.
to ruin?
I don't remember exactly what he was trying to ruin.
That it was
Television.
asshole. Damn. How long have we gone?
But, so what's the drug scene like now down there, Raul? What's going on? You still partying?
Yes. I probably shouldn't be. Oh, because I just
Yeah.
had my teeth extracted last Tuesday.
How
I
are
got
you
it
feeling with
yanked
that?
out. I fucked up.
do you
First of
mean?
all, I've already been drinking. I've smoked, which was kind of stupid. What I did was like I kind of like fooled myself. I was like, I'll just throw a gauze in there and then I'll smoke. And basically, what I did though by smoking, it's not that the smoke was gonna go into there. It's that I'm creating a suction in my mouth.
Oh, going.
Yeah.
So if somebody blows it into your mouth, you're totally fine.
Yeah, that's why I was telling George the other day to shotgun me.
Ugh, I thought you were joking about that.
No, of course, you idiot. No, what I wanted to do was I wanted to get a bong because
Yeah.
I also thought about that. It's like I don't think you create a suction with a
Yeah.
bong, do you?
Yes, you do.
Yeah.
You're still
Oh,
big.
yeah.
It's actually more because if you smoke a joint, it's like
Gravity bong's the only one you don't.
yeah,
Oh yeah. But is that the one you do with a bottle and you have to cut it
yeah,
open?
and you a water gravity bong. But still, you still have to suck in a little bit. You can get drunk though. You just can't drink the beer here. You gotta butt chug it. Put a tube, butt chug it.
Like if you see that Asian guy that spins the beer in like a tornado and then chugs it.
Mm-mm.
I was thinking about doing
that.
that. Huh?
I have not seen that, but I want to learn that trick.
Yeah, dude, he spins it into like a tornado, and then it's like the tornado is kind of like winding down, and it just goes down.
So
his
do
mouth.
you have the ability to relax your throat enough to just let liquid slide down?
Yes. I mean, I drank a lot the other night.
Yeah.
Yeah, I felt really bad this morning. My wound or
Yeah.
whatever was kind of hurting a little bit.
What's the difference then between drinking if you're drinking water or Powerade or a beer? What's the
I think the beer or whatever. That's it. I fucked
I
up
think
too.
liquor thins your blood.
Oh, because you have
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
antibiotics.
No, I don't even have antibiotics. And I ran out of the pain. They gave me some cheap ass painkillers too.
What did they give you? Tramadol?
No, it's like ibuprofen.
Dude, I
Oh.
got 4 molars pulled, and they didn't give me shit.
They didn't give you
It was
nothing.
like nothing. Just the needle when they did it, and then that was it. Like, yeah, you're good.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's why everybody's on heroin now.
heron.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the doctors are afraid to get. I remember I had back surgery in 24. At 24, so that's 2008. And I remember I had 2 prescriptions for Vicodin, and it was the real Vicodin, Watson's. And I would have 2 like 60 pill bottles, and I'd go there every month, and they would just write, there you go. And I was just like, can you fix my back? And they're like, and it was before I had the surgery. They're like, no, just take this. And so for 2 years straight, I started taking 4 pills, two to 4 pills at the beginning. By the end, I'm like popping freaking 15 pills a day.
Jeez.
Yeah, just like candy. So it hits you faster. You take 2 and you
Wait,
crush
what
it up.
year was this?
2006 to 2008 to 2010.
And you had already started doing comedy.
No, I had a near-death experience I took 8 and my heart stopped. And then I went to go tell my girlfriend. And when I went to the bedroom, I was
Your
like,
heart stopped? Like, for
It's-
how long?
it skipped a beat. And then when I went to the bedroom, I felt it skip the beat again, and I passed out. And I woke up
Man.
14 hours. It was like
Fuck.
lights out. I was gonna go tell my girlfriend, now wife. I was like, "Moo," and I was gonna say her name, and then I remember in my suit, I was wearing a suit. Boom, fell on the bed, and I woke up in the morning going. 14 hours later, and I grabbed all my pills, all my Adderall, all that. I was basically speedballing every day
Jesus.
for 2 years. Yeah, I was shitting blood. I got down to 160
What?
pounds.
Mm,
Yeah. I was shitting blood. I was drinking Red Line also.
What the fuck is that?
It's banned in Canada, and it says on the bottle only drink half at first. But it's
Jesus.
5-hour energy, but like on steroids, I guess. So yeah, it's called Red Line. They still have it. It's a workout drink, but I took it as coffee. So it's Adderall, 1 Adderall in the morning. And this is the real Adderall, the real meth, not the fake meth, the real meth, right? So Adderall in the morning, that's what it is, meth. And is it press record again? Thank you. Sorry. All right, it's Adderall in the morning, and then it was like, all right, for breakfast, 2 Vicodin. That was literally my breakfast because I didn't eat. And then, yeah, I'd go like 2 or 3 days and not eating. And then, because I didn't want to. I was like, got to sell them gym members. I was working at a gym. It's like, got to sell them gym memberships.
But you were I remember you telling
But
me
you
that
had
at
no
that time
fast
you were
twitch
making bank
muscle.
too, right?
Yeah, I was making a lot of, like $7,000-8,000 a month. The what?
You were working in a gym with no fast twitch muscles?
Yeah, I wasn't a trainer. I sold them. You know Lifetime Fitness?
No.
It's like, think of like,
brand. It's like a McDonald's or
Like-
Sonic.
it's not, well, they have them everywhere. They have them across the United States, but they're like really high-end gyms with saunas and basketball courts, rock climbing wall.
Like a 24-hour.
And they're 24 hours. Yeah.
Okay.
And so I worked there, and then after that heart skipping a beat, and I thought I was dead. Fucking
Yo,
threw all the pills
gyms,
away. and then,
that's what's got to be going out of business. Gyms
Yep.
got to go out of business, right? Because their margins are they're leasing all that equipment. They can't afford to buy all that shit and
No.
the rent.
Planet Fitness is
overhead.
done.
When I think Planet Fitness, these motherfuckers, they closed down. On the 17th, and on the 16th they charged me for one last month.
Motherfucker.
Dude, they did that to me. New York Sports Club did that to me. I called my credit card and like, oh yeah, apparently they were supposed to not do that. I'm like, yeah, fuck, they knew what they were doing. They were just trying to get away with it.
Yeah, I went to go try to cancel my membership, and then
Couldn't do that
it just you can't. You got to go down there
Well,
when they open.
what gyms are doing now is like, we have online classes, and if you keep your membership, you can work out online with everybody's
Yeah.
like, we don't
You
want to
can
work out at
YouTube.
home.
You can
You
pay
mean, I was
to
about to say,
YouTube.
yeah,
Exactly.
you mean YouTube?
Why the fuck would we? Commercial property is gonna take the biggest hit out of everybody.
Commercial property, what is that?
Okay, so you have a business and you rent out this big building, right, with 500 workers, and then you find out like, shit, 300 of my 500 workers can work from home. I don't need this big ass building. Y'all 300 work from home. I'm gonna work
They're
here.
talking about that. That's what they're talking about where I work. They're talking about like how because we have a big office, and they're talking about like, oh,
In
when we finally
Manhattan.
start going back, they might have like 25% and then maybe the 50%. But then they're like, well, if so many people are working from home anyway, why do we have this spending all this money on rent? You know?
Yeah.
This
'Cause
is-
I was about to say in Manhattan, like that the rent's got to be outrageous over there.
Well,
Oh my God.
Well, this is the same part. Is that there's the Wolf of Wall Street? I forgot his real name, and he was talking about how
The real guy?
the real guy, how it's gonna
Hey, what is his name?
I thought his name was Wolf of Wall Street.
what's his
Mr. Wolf.
what's his name? He's pulling it up right now. But I was watching thing, and he was talking about it's gonna get so bad that these big buildings that still have to pay their mortgage. What? Jordan Belfort. That still have to pay their mortgage. They're gonna be like, shit, I gotta pay something. They're gonna pay people to rent there. So it's like you have a big boutique.
Mm-hmm.
I'll pay you. Just give me 10% of your sales. I'll give you, or I'll give you at the place for free. I mean, I'll not pay you. I'll give you the place for free. Just give me 10% of your sales.
Just want to cut.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the kind of deals they're gonna be cutting. So it's gonna completely change real estate. That's why I've been looking at this one company called Innovative Properties.
Mm-hmm.
They are like McDonald's of weed, meaning they don't own little restaurants. They own the property. Have you ever seen Founder?
No.
Okay, watch Founder. It's how
But I get the concept. They're not in the hamburger business, in the real estate business.
correct. So that's
Yeah.
what they do. They lease out not to little shops and make weed. They lease out to huge grow houses, and they have like over 50% of the market in the United States.
See, that's really interesting. But I wonder what's the saturation point of weed. You know what I mean?
But it hasn't been legalized, so we're not even close to it.
Oh man.
Federally, it's not even
Texas, if Texas, just to pay off like all this stuff, they're like, you know what, fuck it, we're gonna have to legalize weed. You know what I mean? But
Dude,
only here at these
I
shops.
guarantee you, the fucking Mexican cartel has a lobby either in Texas
Oh,
or
hell
in
yeah.
fucking
They-
making that shit, keeping that shit illegal.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because that's like something like 60% of their profits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The black market
Arizona.
is how they make their money. They're not going to compete with like Johnson and Johnson's weed. You know what I mean?
Well, that scares me. I think I would. It's your podcast. I think I would smoke less. I was thinking that our podcast. I'm always like, oh, don't say that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No, we
Yeah, say
smoke
whatever
on
you want
screen.
this
Yeah.
fucking podcast.
A long time ago when I smoked. I don't smoke now. Anyway, but I would be scared to be like, what kind of Monsanto's chemicals are going to be putting in this
Oh,
shit to make it like, oh man, I literally see sparkles right now. It's just like, nah, man, you're just supposed to feel calm. Like, what the fuck
Nah,
did you
that's
put
why
in
you
here?
got to. That's why you got, before they make it completely legal and all those motherfuckers start trying to sell it, you got to get yourself some real weed seeds.
That's gonna
right?
be illegal.
Kinda
That's gonna be a
you
felony.
reproduce.
Yeah.
Watch,
You know
in
what I mean?
Texas, they'll make it to where it's like, you can buy it at these stores, but if you grow it, we'll take away your whole house.
How crazy is that? That would be so ridiculous.
Well,
But that's the only way to keep control of,
For the
of the market.
Well, also the pharmaceutical companies are gonna be like, listen, we're gonna lose all this money on painkillers. You got to get us in on this because they lobby, and a lot of older people mentality. Like I had this conversation with my dad. Smoking a joint is dumb, but if you took a pill with THC in it, that's all right. I go, are you out of your mind? Like, how does that make any sense? He's like, because that's just weed makes you dumb. I'm like, what do you think that pill does? It's from a doctor. I'm like, what?
Same shit.
What are you talking about?
You know what? It just I think this motion right here
Yeah.
just looks like you can't trust that person with a kid.
It's like it looks like a little juicy dick.
Whoa,
a little
man.
juicy.
It's a little juicy dick. And you're like, so juicy though.
and cup the little balls with a finger, with the tip of your finger.
What's the classy way to do this? Like, it's like,
How come we don't smoke it like a cigarette? I mean, sometimes it is the same size as a cigarette, but you don't see like people smoking weed doing this.
like this.
It's a cultural thing, probably.
Right? To just kind of hold it like this.
Yeah.
It's
Because
fucking-
I think it's an old habit because, roaches would just, you'd always be ready for that roach. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Pinch
Because
that
you're
roach.
as you were getting close.
As a little kid, I always
Yeah.
thought joints were like tiny little things, and you had to have a roach pin, and you know what I mean, like Cheech and Chong
Yeah,
or
yeah.
the Big Lebowski
Yeah.
and stuff. I was just like, oh, you got to have a little clip And it's a little thing. I'm like, that must be some powerful drugs because he's only smoking a little bit and he's getting real high. So just no concept of it.
I ran across a fucking huge ass Ziploc bag filled. It was filled with roaches, right? But then someone took all the weed out and just left the paper in there. But I was like, man, that's a lot of fucking roaches in this big ass bag. It was huge. I thought I found gold when I came across it. It was awesome.
Look what I brought home.
Yeah.
In college, I'd get so mad. I had a friend, take it back. I had this dude who'd come in and just take stuff at the apartment. That's what he would do. Like, he would come over and we'd be playing video games, right? And there'd be no weed left in the apartment in college. So he'd go through all of our roaches and start and then start like rolling it up and then smoking. I'm like, dude, we don't have any more. What the hell? The first few times I didn't get mad because I'm like, yeah, I don't want to share any of our stuff. So go ahead and smoke that. But this one time, I remember having a bunch of them saved up. And it's like, like 20 of them saved up. I'm like, oh, this is going to be. And then I catch him doing it. I was like, what the fuck are you doing, dude? Like, what? I was going to roll it for all of us. I'm like, for us, the people who live here, not your ass.
You live in the dorms?
That is definitely like a social economic thing, right? Because when you hit a certain income level, you're not doing roaches anymore, right? You're just like, fuck it, I'll just buy more weed.
You flush it down the toilet.
I was buying that dirt weed from Mexico that they piss on so cops can't smell it. Did you get in a brick
Cops
this
can't
big?
smell piss.
It was like a condensed baseball that was wrapped. Like, you'd get it like this. Like, wow, this is a lot of weed. And then you take off all the plastic. And you're like, okay, that wasn't that much weed. And you break it apart. And you're like, and we'd be like, we don't know any better. We're like, smell it. Oh, my God, smell it. And then we'd try to find like kids who wanted weed, but they were dumb. When I say kids, I mean 18, 19. I'm in college too.
Yeah.
Yeah. To have some context, right? Not like I'm a grown-ass man selling kids weed. But for a little piece of swag, they didn't know any better. Be like, this is really good weed. And you have seeds and stems in it. It's like, all right, $20 a gram. And they'd be like, all right, wow. And they'd give you $20 a gram for a little piece like that big.
Were you selling? Like
for a little bit to maintain my habit. I was.
That's how most drug dealers start, right? Just maintaining,
But then I couldn't maintain my habit, so I was just like, nah. But this is just making me smoke more.
Yeah.
Did you still? Pat, did you keep smoking or did you keep not smoking? Because I remember last time you said
3 weeks. 3 weeks.
3 weeks already?
Yeah.
Damn, and you're not planning on breaking that anytime soon?
I don't know. I mean, because I've been exercising so much, I feel like my lungs probably appreciate it, not smoking. I might be down for some edibles, some good edibles, something like that, I'm definitely down, like, maybe some mushrooms, something like that. I don't know. Smoking in general, just,
Yeah. I mean, it is bad for you.
Do you get paranoid?
No. Well, yeah. That's one thing I'm gonna miss is like when I was always dating, like when I was dating for before all this shit, I would get high before every first date, and it was awesome because I'd be so paranoid on the way there. Then when I was actually there, I'd be like, I'd come off the high, I'd be so relaxed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'd just be like super chill. Then nothing could bother me, and it was cool.
Damn, even a bad personality.
Yeah, nothing bothered me, man. I had like one bad date. And it was kind of fun.
Really?
Well, yeah, because you had a different perspective for it.
Yeah, it was cool.
How's dating
now?
It
was such a perfectly bad date.
What happened?
She was like 20 or 30 minutes late, and then she was like, I had a shirt on, like a button-down shirt, and it was buttoned all the way up, and she's like, hey, unbutton that, right? Like just like grabbing me and like. Stuff like that. She was like really kind of bossy and self-centered,
Yeah.
Yeah, it was funny. She was hot. I mean, I get her attitude,
Yeah.
I get why she had that attitude, but I wasn't about it.
But being high, you're able to just like, fuck it.
Roll with the punches kind of?
Because you were high.
I don't think I'm dating ever. I don't think I'll ever date again now. I feel like this is never going to end. You know what I mean? I feel like I think they've conditioned everybody to be weird. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, the new phrase is the new normal. They keep putting that.
That's what you said last time.
They say new normal, and then they split us by saying essential and unessential. Just like, all right, this is a new normal. By the way, you're essential. You're not essential. Go ahead and fight amongst each other. Also,
I don't know.
there's
how
an invisible
bars
war.
Work. I don't know how bars work with social distancing.
They don't.
You know what I mean?
They don't.
Or gloves or masks. Or even even though when you guys do the comedy on Thursday, I don't know how that really works. You know what I mean? I'm glad you guys are doing it, but it just doesn't seem right.
It according to the rules, it's probably not a good idea. But because I don't think the rules that they set up, I don't think they make any sense. We're already making a lot of progress so far.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
And
like
I don't know, man. It just I just feel like I don't even want to talk, dude. I feel like I'm 40 years old. I look younger, but when I talk like a 60-year-old. I'm just angry about everything. I'm just like cranky and angry about everything, and now even more so because of this. Because it just seems stupid to me.
Dude, I've just been finding out just how deeply corrupt the political system is. It's fucking insane. Like, I had an idea. I was like, I'm sure it's corrupt. Like, a lot of big things that have a lot of moving gears, a lot of people. But, like, to the point where I was like, wait a minute. We gave how much money to banks? And then they're turning around and using that money to make more money that they're going to charge us interest on?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, think about the people you went to high school with. They ran for president and ran for treasurer. Were they like the coolest people or most, trustworthy?
Popular,
yeah. Or sometimes popular, but those are the people that grow up to go and be in politics.
Everybody hates lawyers, right? Everyone always talks about like the old joke, like what do you call 100 dead lawyers on the bottom of the sea? A good start, you know what I mean?
Jesus.
If we all hate lawyers, why do we keep electing them into power? You know what I mean?
Because they know
no sense to me.
They know
because they know the law.
Yeah,
but you don't need to know the law to be a leader. You know what I mean? That's not what leadership is. Leadership is character. Doing the right thing.
Well, that's why. Well, the character doing the right thing.
The leader gets a lawyer. You know what I mean? Even the governor has a lawyer.
But there's just no way to get there unless you know the law. Unless you know what you can get away with.
Loopholes.
Donald Trump's not a lawyer. So don't say there's no way of getting there unless you're a lawyer.
Well, that's if you get.
No, I'm saying know the law, not to be a lawyer.
If you get the American people fucking pissed off enough, they'll be like, "Fuck it, let's throw an orange wrench in the system," and that makes it. They didn't even want it to make it better. Like, fucking blow it up. It's like you're losing at Monopoly, and you're like, "Fuck it," and nobody expected him to win, and he won. It's like, all right, let's try Trump's Monopoly. And now the other side's like, fuck it.
Yeah.
It's like the milkshake, right? That's what they did to like all the elites. They threw the milkshake with an orange-colored milkshake right in their face.
Oh, I thought you were going to say that Trump was Daniel Day-Lewis and he was going, I drink your milkshake. Dude, I was seeing this thing that were like apparently Pelosi, like the Visa. There was some law that was going to restrict like credit card companies, and Visa gave her some stock that in like a matter of like days, it made them like $100,000 in profit because you can't just outright give people money.
But you can give them stock options.
But you can give them stock options. Huh. And then all of a sudden, that law just fucking disappeared. Didn't even make it through the House.
Shocking.
And then they asked her. It was like, yeah, the guy, it was like a dude from 60 Minutes. He was like, hey, isn't that like, don't you think that's kind of like a conflict of interest? And she goes, what does that have to do with what we're talking about? And that's it. That's all she had to do.
That was a good
Like, there's no way to like, you can't pin them down on the ground and force them to answer for certain things.
You can't.
They could just go, wait, what does that have to do with?
If you do, they just don't take the interview anymore.
There you
know
go.
What I mean? Like, start asking them tough questions. Like, that guy doesn't get to go to the news conference now.
Yeah.
The weird thing to me that I keep seeing is how the press saying that Trump is bullying them, but I'm like, it's all of you, all of you, and versus him. Why don't you bully him? Like, he's bullying all of you. He's that smart. He's that. Come on, you know what I mean?
It's fucking goofy, dude.
Well, that's why they said finally somebody pushed back against his racism. I was just like, damn.
But they're always doing that.
I haven't read that line, but we'll see that line. We'll see that.
I don't know how many racists do you know have Jewish son-in-laws?
I know, right? Well, I mean, the point is not that he is or isn't racist. It's just that you don't really need to try to do something shitty or even illegal sometimes. Like there's actual like fake news where they cut off.
They only
answers
say
and stuff like that. They
part.
they'll cut the clips. It's to make him look bad. It's like if you just stop doing these dirty tactics, people will be on your side eventually.
Yes. Yeah, exactly.
But
Dude,
they're
what
so.
they did to those kids in Washington D.C. is unforgivable.
What
happened?
Remember the kid wearing the MAGA hat and then like the guy beating the drum in his face?
Oh yeah, they walked up to him and started doing this in his
and
fucking
the whole
face.
news was like these are racist kids.
He was
blah,
off. Just smirk. You know why? He had a punchable face.
He really did have a punchable face, right?
Face. I know what that means, but it doesn't give him the right to fucking go after a kid.
No, it doesn't. But just because you have that, people need that where to direct the energy to. You know what I mean? So if you give it a face, you know what I mean? It doesn't have to be right. It hasn't been. When you think terrorism, first thing is like, oh, we all grew up around 9/11, Osama bin Laden. You think terrorism? Yeah. That's the face that goes up on your, you know what I mean, in your mind.
That's an interesting point because after 9/11, all the social justice warriors are like, just because they're Arab doesn't mean they're terrorists, but because they wear a MAGA hat, they are racist. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They don't use their own logic.
Well, dude, that's what the whole Me Too thing. Like now that it's Biden, they're almost like going la 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 la. When before it was like believe all
because
women.
the hate for Trump is that high, which really
isn't that crazy, right?
Well, it's crazy.
And there's so many pictures of Biden being creepy as fuck.
I know, dude. Like smelling little girls' hair and shit.
Well,
it's fucking crazy.
The crazy part to me is that people hate him so much that they want him to fail. But I'm like, you understand? If he fails, we all fail.
Yeah.
He needs to succeed, but they're like, no, if he succeeds, they don't get him for 4 more years. I'm like, so we fail now to hopefully succeed later? That doesn't make any sense. Yeah. You know what I mean? I don't personally, I don't like who I'll say what I believe. It's embarrassing that a reality star that talks like that
is the leader of our country.
And it's not him, it's the reflection on us. Yeah. That's what happened.
When he was running, dude, I remember thinking about Ronald Reagan, and I remember when I found out Ronald Reagan was an actor. I was like, "What, an actor?"
I know.
Yeah. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And he looked so good as a president. I was like, that makes sense. That's what he's an actor. Of course, he's gonna look good as a president.
Yeah. And this guy is off the cuff like crazy. Who else? Imagine you had to go in front of the whole world every day. You didn't have to, but you did for like an hour and a half to 2 hours.
Everybody in that room hates your guts.
Yeah, and you're like, how about you're fake? Fuck you. Basically, fuck you.
Dude, he is kind of like that. Is like kind of a great role model for like mental fortitude, right?
But the amount of power we're giving him is insane.
Here's the thing, though,
we're giving him so much power, and even a month ago, people are like, why haven't you declared martial law? We want you to be a dictator. I was like, shut the fuck up. Why do you want him to be a dictator? It's
only because whatever he was doing, they were going on the opposite. It's like at first you have a stranglehold on us, like you're a dictator, and then when he started doing things, they're like, hey, why are you doing all kinds of shit now?
Yeah.
So
dude,
it's whatever he's doing.
Cancer and they'll hate it.
Yeah, that's fucking, and this is how I know Biden's gonna lose miserably, because this dude can barely put words together, and stupid is going in front of hostile fucking crowds and fucking every day and just basically exercising like sharp comebacks and fucking.
And he's on Adderall all the time.
And he's on.
I don't know if that's true.
Dude, he had those.
Dude,
fucking,
how great is that first debate gonna be?
I don't think they ever have one. I don't think they ever have one.
It's still early. It's still early. I mean, when it gets to August, and if it's like this in August, all right, maybe there's no debate. But it's the election's in November.
Yeah.
They can have. They had one all the way up to October, or even early November.
They're gonna put everybody else around him. They're gonna put Obama to speak for him. They're gonna put Clinton to speak for him. They're gonna put all these people.
They're gonna try to change the rules.
Not debate Trump, but I'm saying just speak for him, and we shouldn't even have a debate because it's even safe to be. What if it's just you and him? No, it's still probably not safe to.
Yeah.
So I don't think they'll ever. They're
what
still
if it's
pushing
a Zoom debate. Can we do a Zoom debate?
Oh yeah,
that'd be funny. You just see Trump on Zoom. Fuck you. It's like, damn, he's the president. Fuck.
His background is the White House.
You like that? The craziest thing I ever. Oh, it goes. Hey, Chavadilla, is it still recording? All right. The craziest thing I ever saw was he put on a clip of all these different Fox News things showing how he was
Oh,
telling
yeah,
the
yeah,
truth.
Yeah, that
He-
was fucking crazy.
Yeah, and people were like, "What the fuck?" Even I was like, "This is like a YouTube thing."
Yeah.
And then MSNBC cut. They were like, "Yeah, we're not going to show this. We're going to talk to an actual doctor." And so they cut while he was doing that, and they went back to it. But I was like, "Holy
That's
shit!"
suppression, dude. That's suppression, dude. That's not cool.
Yeah, that's
But
fucking crazy. Right?
and then when he does the debates, like Fox News and those, they let the comments go. If you look at all the other ones, CBS, NBC, MSN, no comments. You can like or dislike it, but no comments. The crazy thing is even on the really I don't know about now, I haven't seen it in a while, but like 3 weeks ago, even on the really liberal ones, like Washington Post, which I believe is very liberal, you still had more likes than dislikes. I thought it would be all dislikes. Now, granted, YouTube is probably more male, meaning it's probably more conservative, so you have that demographic watching that. But still, you'd figure there'd be enough people that would have it'd be more dislikes because it's a liberal one. But it wasn't.
Shit, man. I've seen videos where they leave the comments on, and sometimes they take them off. But I don't know if it's supposed to be like for neutrality's sake, or to just show a politician talking and not have comments underneath it, or if they have some other agenda. But when it's commentators, then they leave the comments on too. But I think that might be a more
well, because it won't fit the narrative, and also you have a lot of trolls that will just go on to other. I'm thinking this, I don't know if this is true. Go on to their YouTube channel and be like, "See, Trump 2020," and just the person who owns the page for MSNBC is like, "Fuck that! I don't want those comments on my feed," because you don't. I doubt the Trump supporters are going to MSNBC for any news. If they're going to watch a speech, they're going to watch it on Fox News. So they go there, it's going to be for malicious purposes. And they're like, all right, let's fill it up with. And I've seen the comments, and it's all like, Trump 2020, MAGA, Trump 2020. He's going to fuck you all up. And then the other one I'm hearing is that Trump is the savior because right now he's rounding up all the pedophiles. Have you heard that one?
What?
No? Okay, apparently.
I'm going to lock my door.
What? Trump's coming for you. Yeah, but apparently 600 cartel members that were doing sex trafficking were arrested in March, and that they're arresting a bunch of other pedophiles across the United States. Then he goes into conspiracy and says, and look at this Hollywood celebrity, and they have an ankle bracelet on, and it shows them with warm-ups, and then it looks kind of like there could be an ankle bracelet under it, but it's like you could have photoshopped that shit.
But their point is what? That
they're rounding, that they know everybody's at home, that they're going and arresting them now, and the way that they know that these celebrities got sick. This was a funny one. Well, not funny, fucked up, but they said they were taking adrenochrome. Have you ever heard of that? Mm-hmm. Adrenochrome. Have you seen Fear and Loathing?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Remember when he's what's his name?
Start seeing the bats.
So it's like an adrenaline.
When he's on the bed taking the droplets, Johnny Depp, and he's like doing that weird thing with his tongue, and he's putting the blanket over him. He's like right, and so he's taking those droplets. Apparently, the only way to get adrenochrome is you scare somebody really scare them, kill them, and then there's the
what the fuck?
Yeah, what's the pineal gland or something? You take it from there, something like that.
Because it's secreted.
But they do that to children because they have a much higher dosage or whatever, and that they form it into.
Dude, that sounds
wild.
So dark.
I know, right? It sounds
I don't
so
think
dark.
They put that in the movie. You know what I mean?
Form it into. It's like a drug. It makes you young, but it also makes you high, and so that they take that, and then apparently that the adrenochrome you can only buy it in China because China's the only one that will do it. And that's
Wuhan,
what
kill the little girls, right? They scare the little girl.
Because they don't care about they don't care about women or the little girls. They don't. Man, there was this one thing I saw where they ran over a little girl and nobody helped her. They just left her there on the floor.
Dude, I saw something on a documentary where there was a spot where they were just leaving the girls. You know what I mean? Like an abandoned parking lot. They just leave the babies
Jesus, that's fucking wild.
And so they said, it's like Trump poisoned the adrenochrome, and that's why all these celebrities are getting sick because they took the adrenochrome and Trump poisoned them, and now we know you're a pedophile. And I'm like, whoa, they're vampires or they're pedophiles? Those are two different things. They didn't fuck the kids. They just drank all their adrenochrome.
Wait,
Do you guys remember when China created this fucking commercial maybe like 7 years ago about how and like, oh, now we own America, and like, oh, look how stupid Americans are, right? You're like, ha ha ha. Like, you know, I want to do like a rebuttal commercial of like, you guys can't make dog food without killing dogs.
Oh, jeez. That's hate
your
speech.
Schools. What's that?
That's hate speech.
and it's a strike on YouTube as well for
Yeah.
misinformation.
Oh.
Yeah. This whole podcast was.
That dude. They killed a lot. There was a lot of dog food made in China that came to America and end up killing dogs. That's a fact.
That really did happen.
Yeah.
But where did you read it? Is that Tyler Durden
I'll fucking
magazine
do it right now, motherfucker. I'm on my computer. You know that, right?
Oh,
I
yeah.
think that was InfoWars. That was.
Did you ever listen to that shit, InfoWars?
No.
You never even got tempted?
I feel like I don't know how I first came across it. I definitely came across it in like the early 2000s somehow, but I don't know if it was on like late TV or like I don't think it was on YouTube. Cause I don't think
it
YouTube
was on the
around.
radio, just like what's that one they at night they talk about aliens and stuff. But it was like on AM.
Oh, Coast to Coast.
Coast to Coast. So it was like one of those shows.
I like Coast to Coast.
So it was.
like,
I just heard about it
obviously
right now.
bullshit.
I want to listen to it now.
It was considered like, because at the beginning he wasn't like, oh, like now it's like I'm a Trump supporter, I'm this. But at the beginning, if he was against Clinton, he was against Bush, he was against Obama, he was always against whoever. You know what I mean? So it was always like, it was weird. It'd flip, be like, oh, look at this left-wing conspiracy theory. And then the next 8 years, look at this right-wing conspiracy theories. It's like,
Shit. Yeah, it's just switching.
yeah, I'm like, wait a minute.
Dude, I starting to feel like a crazy person because, like I told you earlier, that I'm trying to realize how corrupt the system is. I feel like I'm watching these YouTube videos and it looks like facts and they're proven facts, but then I feel like, man, if I try to explain to somebody,
You can't. Because then where'd you get that from? YouTube?
yeah, when then
All
you
right.
say YouTube, they're like, okay, buddy.
So where'd you get that from? I just go to the internet. What
It
part?
makes it sound more official, like you were hacking into the Pentagon or something.
no, I just say now. It's one of those .govs.
No, dude, that's why I'm starting to get this feeling like I'm like
A terrorist?
I think am I just going crazy? Like am I just that guy now?
Nope, you're getting,
Watch-
No, that's why.
getting older.
That's why I stopped watching the news, dude. I mean, reading the news, I'm out. Like, 'cause it
Yeah.
was just getting too angry. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I think the last thing I read that like like pissed me off was like the governor of New York appointed his daughter to produce a commercial, right?
That makes sense.
And everybody was like, all the reporters are asking all these questions, and none of them asked how much he's getting paid. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Like, how much did the governor just give his daughter during an economic crisis?
Well, think about Trump's whole little cabinet. It's like my daughter, my son, my
that's-
son-in-law.
Yeah, but
It's
and they
like-
go after him for
Yeah.
that, right?
Yeah.
Because he's the big bad orange man. But
Yeah.
everyone's talking about Cuomo running for fucking president because the way he's handling the crisis. you
Well,
know?
they're saving Cuomo. I think they know. I think the Democratic Party knows. Fuck, we're lost right now. Let's save
Nah,
Cuomo.
a divorced man can never be president of the United States. The evangelical Christians will never go for it.
What is he?
You know?
A
He's
divorce.
divorced.
Oh, he's divorced. He's single.
Yeah.
He'd be the
Yeah.
first single president. Can you
not
imagine
the
being
president.
single and the president of the United
Damn,
States
and then all the power he would
You
get.
mean like John F. K?
and swiping right like while you're giving a briefing and shit?
Yo, what's up, President? Dude.
You're like,
Yeah.
oh,
Apparently,
fuck.
there's birds in the air, Mr. President. Hold on.
Hold on, this bitch is bad.
Hold on,
What do
hold
you
on.
think? And then you do the thing where you show them. What do you think about her?
Hold on. I know it's illegal, but I'm gonna send her a picture of my juicy penis.
Talk
My
about-
juicy cock.
You know, you're talking about when you're talking about those ankle braces. You know that guy, 6'9" or
6'9",
something like that.
yeah.
Oh,
he
yeah.
just released a
Tekashi.
video,
Oh yeah, he just has a new song out.
yeah,
saw
and
him
he shows his. I was like, you know what? I was giving him. I listened to the video. I watched the video. It was like it's not
I
really my
watched it
thing,
too.
but I was giving him props for like. He gets out and he turns around and he makes money like that. You know
And he
what I mean?
leans on it, like his face like became like a rat, like
Yeah.
a cartoon rat for a
But
second.
the whole lyric was ha 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 ha.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm like,
and he
dude,
just gives the finger the entire time.
yeah.
And this great lyricist basically says "stupid bitch" or "you're a stupid" like 15
Yeah, you
times.
stupid, dumb, or stupid. huh, or whatever. Revert.
Hey,
That
but
goes-
hey, but it works, man.
Right? He
Right?
drops the N-word.
I
Fuck.
enjoy the ass clapping on the videos.
Yeah, there's a lot of ass clapping, but what you can't
Yeah.
expect less from him.
Yeah.
Uh,
That pendulum is gonna be a long time before that big ass pendulum swings back to the skinny ass of the 80s, right?
No, that shit is never. Skinny asses are never coming back, dude.
At least for
That
20
shit- that
years
shit
because
is
of
gone.
because of the
It's
depression.
gone.
Because of the depression we're gonna go into, we're gonna want fatter asses for at least the next 20 years
Yeah, but I know. I think fat asses are here to stay, man.
for a good while.
Yeah, for good. No, I think for good. It's kind of like a horse, you know, and it's a car now. Now we have cars. We don't need a fucking horse. A fat ass is a car,
Yeah.
and a flat, fucking old white lady ass, that's a horse. Why? Yeah, you for fun maybe, you know, recreationally, but
Jeez.
we don't need it
When you
anymore.
go camping in the canyon.
Yeah, we're going when you go. You take a flat ass bitch for recreational purposes.
Jeez.
But when you got to get to work, what are you getting that fat ass?
Oh
'Cause
man,
it's more
You
efficient.
want something that's
more
gonna get you
powerful.
from point A to point B? You need that fat ass, bro.
You need that fat ass, man.
It's the SUV. It's America's SUV, right?
Yeah, dude. Hey, dude, we gotta do the other one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, we gotta
Cool,
do the other
guys.
podcast, man. But hey, it's great great catching up with you, man. Fucking
All right, yeah.
stay
You too.
safe. I'll
You
see
keep
you you said you're gonna come over in like a couple of weeks,
The
right?
22nd.
22nd. It's fucking
Yeah,
cool, man.
Memorial Day weekend.
Yeah, let's do it, man. We'll go. So
Yeah.
hopefully more things have progressed over here, and we can do more. There's more stuff to do, you know.
There should be.
There's more. Dude, there's gonna be more stuff to do than there is in New York.
Fair enough, right? Fair enough.
Are you sure they won't quarantine you for 2 weeks if you get here?
I don't know.
Oh shit.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I would look that up because I know they were
I'm not
doing
even
that for.
staying 2 weeks.
No,
You know
no, no,
what I
no. I know that, but I'm saying like, I heard that like people who were coming over from Louisiana not too long ago, they were quarantining them for 2 weeks as they got into the state. So,
There's gonna have to be somebody at the airport asking me.
Mm.
well, I mean, I don't know if they see the flight
I
coming
don't
in.
know.
They're gonna see the flight
I'm
coming in
just
from
bringing-
New
but
York.
First of all, I'm bringing my passport
Yeah,
because I don't have that new ID.
Oh, that's
shit.
right.
Oh,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
you don't need that till
Passport.
October.
You don't need that till October, yeah.
Yeah.
But in any case,
Oh, I think in New York you need it.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
what for
I don't
for the
know.
airport already?
Yeah. If you don't have
They're
the
always,
real
why are
ID,
they always doing shit like more extreme
You
over
got to
there?
be chipped because there's more people,
yeah.
more diverse.
Yeah, fuck them. Anyway, all right, man. I'll
All right.
catch up with you later, man. Take
All right,
it
man.
easy.
Deuce.
Later.
Hey, I'll give him my email so he can
I'll
send over the
leave-
file.
Cool.
All right.
Sounds good. Later.
All right.